Well, this is unfortunate. The founder of Electric Scientology reportedly almost in tears during a third quarter earnings call to investors just last week. That's, inelegant. Apparently, Tesla sales are down, earnings are down, and costs have inconveniently skyrocketed. Also, Cybertruck is something of a train wreck, the full cataclysm of which seems yet to be officially fessed up to. It's the same old story, really. Every time someone takes a break, they go off on annual leave to, murder Twitter and hurl it recreationally into a shallow grave, inevitably, after all of that fun, it's just very hard to return to the office and get one's nose firmly back on the grindstone. I'm John Cadogan from AutoExpert.com.au, new cars cheap, Australia only, website, card. So, although Tesla doesn't actually engage with the media officially, it does do these often fascinating earnings calls in which senior management engages with official investors. Typically, this involves Electric Jesus stroking himself somewhat over-enthusiastically while simultaneously disengaging from reality and bullshitting endlessly about the rosy prospects in the future. For example, 4 years ago, Cybertruck was virtually a done deal, right? Taking orders now, dude. A bulletproof, polished stainless steel practical joke designed, apparently, by a 5-year-old with a crayon and a ruler. All for under $39,000 US. What could go wrong? Still not here, is it? Deliveries allegedly commencing this November 30. That's only a few sleeps away. What is it, 30-something sleeps? But pricing and specs are not yet revealed, are they? They're not on the website. The saviour himself was actually forced to admit, we dug our own grave with Cybertruck. More on this in just a sec, plus, of course, the whole tragic sob story. This video is sponsored by Olight. Olight makes great torches that are super affordable right now thanks to their Halloween sale, which wraps up in a short time on Friday the 27th of October at midnight. Check out the all-new Olight Warrior Nano, which is the smallest tactical torch in the Olight range, plus the Warrior 3S, which is an only just pocket-friendly, zombie-slaying lightsaber. Also on sale, the Javelot Mini, a 600-metre searchlight, which is great for 4x4ing and boating, and the Arcfeld Pro, which is a laser pointer, a UV light, and a conventional torch in a single slimline pocket-sized package. They're all waterproof and they feature the standard Olight magnetic charging cable for consistency. Plus, there's a new O-Tackle A1 multifunction hatchet made from the kind of premium stainless steel usually reserved for high-end German cooking knives. Super durable, virtually unbreakable. Versatile around the campsite, certainly, and not a bad breaching tool if you ever need to rescue someone from, a burning Tesla. Details in the description, or you might like to check out the longer review video on all of these Olights, which I made just the other day. Click up there somewhere for that. Don't forget the sale ends Friday at midnight and full details in the description. Electric Jesus had to front this inconveniently timed earnings call last Wednesday, and it is a complete shit sandwich. Like, there's no good news on the table whatsoever. But the interesting part is, instead of his usual shtick, which would be channeling his inner P.T. Barnum and just talking up the future, like, hey, it's just a rough patch, we're already bouncing back, kind of thing, he was apparently, inexplicably, on the brink of tears. They might have altered his prescription, I suppose, but I suspect the more likely cause is murdering Twitter can leave you somewhat tired and emotional. I suggest, as a countermeasure, he might like to launch a new 2024 Tesla calendar. The faithful would doubtless lap that up. According to Jalopnik, which is an awesome website, you should check it out, a Wall Street analyst named Dan Ives called the unexpected Sobfest a, quote, mini disaster. Instead of kicking investors' core concerns fair in the testes, as the electric Jesus of old might have done, he instead had this bleat about just how badly they fucked up over the Cybertruck and cried a river over interest rates, etc. Pro tip, if you are in the position ever of finding yourself some flavour of Jesus in this Messiah-esque seat at the boardroom table, do not play the victim card. It's just a bad look. The faithful frickin' hate that. They recoil from that. Even nailed to a cross. It's on you to look on the brighter side of life, dude. Oh my gosh, this was terrible. I feel bad for him. Look, he's got a lot of things going on. Legal battles, custody battles for his kids now. But it doesn't justify acting like Trump on Twitter, stonewalling the SEC or the European Union, and quite frankly, turning into a little baby on the earnings call. Don't hold back, Ken Paffrath. Tell us, in this case via Yahoo Finance, what you really think. I mean, he was almost in tears. It showed a complete lack of leadership. Tesla's a leadership-less company right now, and it's terrible. That's why their CFO just left, I believe, as well. KP there, again, letting EJ have it with both barrels, upliftingly. Together with Donald Trump, Volkswagen, Ford, General Motors, Scott Morrison, Peter Dutton, etc., Elon Musk is one of the foundational members of the Royal Society for the Establishment of the Golden Age of Bullshit. And as your next Prime Minister, I would hate to see a great man such as he fall from grace and lose his touch at the very end. I don't see that making Australia less shit, frankly. And this is why I say to you, my loyal subject, as your future leader, there is hope. I can see Electric Jesus laying the foundations now for his resurrection as one of the world's preeminent bullshitters. I see a glimmer of hope in his outrageously out-of-touch recent demand for single-digit micron accuracy everywhere in that mythical piece of shit called Cybertruck. It gives me hope deep down. Here's the official decree from our battery-powered saviour that all parts in the irrelevant stainless shit heap be manufactured to a sub-10 micron tolerance. Now, if you didn't pay attention at school and you don't speak microns, 1 millimetre is 1,000 of them. It's also 40 thousandths of an inch. 100 microns is therefore about 4 thou, which is roughly 5. And therefore 10 microns is roughly half a thou, or approximately 1 bee's endophallus. This is the kind of out-of-touch enthusiasm for irrelevant perfection that put EJ and Tesla on the map for me. And you love it too, dude. Admit it. It's actually hard to see any parts of any car that demand these kinds of tolerances, i.e., where making the parts this dimensionally precise would improve their aesthetics or performance. I'm trying, but hey, I'm not seeing it. Indeed, if, quote, Lego and soda cans can do this, so can we. I'd retort by saying the Lord does move in mysterious ways, EJ. Precision does certainly predicate perfectionism, as he alleged, but it sure as shit also drives the frickin' cost needlessly high, dude. So there's that. And he's not building Lego or a soda can, is he? As far as I can see, he's not really building anything in the Cybertruck domain, but let's wait and see for November the 30th. It's pretty clear that the full majesty of Cybertruck's failure is yet to be revealed. Tantalisingly close, though. It was recently cut and pasted by Costello's cockheads here in Australia, for example, that Tesla's straight-edge DeLorean will weigh between 4,082 and 4,546 kilos. So it is a preposterous environmental travesty off the bat, this vehicle. Similar to the Hummer EV. You could call it, in terms of just its mass, 2 diesel Hiluxes of precious materials destined to be owned by one insufferable rich twat. Musk, almost in tears, let us not kick him while he's down, told investors to, quote, temper expectations in respect of Cybertruck, which I took to mean it is a total shit sandwich, but it just doesn't suit him to fess up completely, at least not yet. Cybertruck has already been plagued by ridiculous levels of vibration and noise in R&D. Go figure. Just looking at the design. It's so friggin' aerodynamic too, so well done. EJ called it, quote, production hell. I do want to emphasise that there will be enormous challenges in reaching volume production with the Cybertruck and then making the Cybertruck cash flow positive. This is simply normal. If true, that would be the only simply normal thing that our electric saviour has ever done. I don't think he poops, for example. That could be Kim Jong-un. I always get them mixed up. I don't know why. The most hilarious thing about Cybertruck, apart from the fact that there is actually a Cybertruck owners club, which is a totally Orwellian concept when you think about it, is the fact that there are 1.9 million pre-orders on the books at $100 a pop too. So that's what? A $190 million US earner for the company right there. Tell me that's not cash flow positive. Talk about people being prepared to buy into a bullshit dream. That's Tesla's core philosophy, of course. Encapsulated in this case in a single polished podunk pickup orbiting redneck paradise. Elsewhere in this pickup heartland domain in America, rednecks appear to be uninspired by electric utopia. There are rumours of F-150 Lightnings just piled up in lots, unsold, and we occasionally see them entertainingly on fire, despite the inherent safety and effectiveness of lithium-ion batteries so big you can't friggin' jump over them. And the Hummer EV is basically a non-starter. That's mainly because GM cannot make the batteries. So Rivian appears to be the early leader in the redneck EV pickup race, with just over 14,000 R1Ts sold so far in 2023. That sounds impressive, but the total US pickup truck market is about 2.5 million vehicles annually. Rivian's share, therefore, it's about half of 1%. Golly gee, Jim Bob. I think these electric do-gooders have failed to account for the average ambient redneck's long-standing attraction to internal combustion. I guess Hank, Johnny Cash and Kid Rock just don't sound the same without that burbling exhaust backing track.